Find out how the university is making students feel at home and getting them home for the holiday.
And freshman student government members are working on a new initiative to get food trucks on campus every single week. Plus, a group of students serenade Quinnipiac with some a cappella tunes.
All this and more on the Q30 Newscast.
Live from the Ed McMahon Center, this is the Q30 News Nightcast.
Good evening, Quinnipiac, and welcome to the Q30 Newscast, presented by Joya Spa and Salon. I'm Sarah Faidell.
And I'm Matthew Stefano. Quinnipiac's Department of Cultural and Global Engagement has created a Thanksgiving host family program where students can stay with a faculty member.
Our own Ayah Galal explains how this program is helping international students who need a place to stay.
With Thanksgiving break coming right around the corner, some students are ready to go home. But there are some who aren't able to go back home because of how far they live. Quinnipiac's Department of Cultural and Global Engagement has created a Thanksgiving host family program where students are able to stay with a faculty member for the holiday.
The program got started in 2011, and the logic was we had a growing international student population, and we found that more and more students were staying on campus for the break without anything to do, because as you probably know, the campus shuts down.
Stewart is the Assistant Director for International Students and Programs. She is one of the main people helping and has been involved with the program since 2011.
It's a good way to have our community meet with our students and vice versa. People get to know each other who may not necessarily have met.
One of the students we spoke to who is staying with a faculty member over Thanksgiving break says she thinks it's a great idea for all international students.
So for we can know the different culture and know more about the world. It's different. And second, we can make more friends because we don't know any friends in America. We are international students.
Q30 News reached out to Professor Timothy Dinahan, who has hosted an international student over break in the past. We couldn't get an on-camera interview with him, but he has provided us with a statement saying, quote, "My invitation to my students was simply me opening my house to anyone stranded for the holiday. We have hosted international students many times, and we've always enjoyed it," end quote. The program has been going on for about 3 years now and shows no signs of ending, according to Kirker Stewart. I'm Ayah Galal, Q30 News.
The Quinnipiac Parents Association is making sure students get home for the holidays. Buses are being offered to students living in New York, Massachusetts, and New Jersey. Round-trip tickets cost $45. Students are taking advantage of the offer as seats are already sold out for the buses going to Natick, Massachusetts, and Paramus, New Jersey. Limited seats remain for the bus to Uniondale, New York.
There could be more food options for students on the weekends here on campus. The freshman cabinet of the Student Government Association is working on bringing food trucks to campus each weekend. The food trucks would be located outside of the Bobcat Den. Members of student government say the hope is for food trucks to be open until 2 or 3 a.m.
On a Friday, Saturday, and Thursday night, like after 8 o'clock, there's really only mangoes to eat on campus. So we would really love if students could have like a variety of foods to choose from.
Also, it makes it a little easier for the Bobcat Den because we know that the service late night isn't that great.
People like diversity. They like something fun. They don't like the same routine every night. And late night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, outside the Bobcat Den, to have a different twist on what you're gonna be eating that night. You know, have a fun new thing to do. You know, instead of eating the same old thing, you know, from the grill line every night, you know, let's have a burrito truck. Let's have something cool. Let's have something crazy, something that people can look forward to, the difference, the surprise every time it comes.
ISIS has been making headlines around the world. To help explain the group of Islamic extremists, intelligence expert Lou Nescott Jr. came to Quinnipiac to host the Rise of ISIS Lessons Learned. Nescott has worked in an intelligence capacity in Iraq and Afghanistan since 2010 and is currently at a firm based in Hamden that assesses security threats worldwide. The event was open to the public and sponsored by the Department of International Business at Quinnipiac. And Quinnipiac's growing a cappella group, the QU Legends, performed their first concert of the year on November 18th in the Piazza. The official a cappella group was formed in 2011 and gained traction at Quinnipiac in recent years. More than 90 students recently auditioned for 8 available spots as seniors prepare to graduate.
There's not too huge of a music community here that's like known to everyone, so at its like base level, it's just really awesome to hang out with a group of kids who are like super into music and I can talk to about musical things.
The chemistry is really good in our group. Like when we need to focus, we do really well with that, but then we also like to have fun. But we definitely know when it's crunch time, when we need to concentrate.
Still to come on the Q30 Newscast, some Quinnipiac students got more than they ordered at a North Haven Starbucks.
And Hamden Police are opening a new building in town to help stop crime. Plus, we have the top stories in world news, along with your full weather forecast. Jenelle?
We're out here on the quad tonight, and it is very cold outside. Will we find some relief from this cold weather? Find out on your Q30 forecast.
By Joya Spa and Salon. For more information, visit www.joyadayspa.com.
Wake up, Quinnipiac! It's the morning after! Hey! Come on, guys, it's time for TMA! Let's go! What's the morning after? Mondays at 10, only on Q30.
Welcome to Joya Spa and Salon in Hamden. Whether you want a new look or the perfect wedding day hair, come to us for complete hair and nail care, cuts, styles, updos, extensions, and beautiful dimensional hair color, as well as manis and pedis, acrylics, gels, and shellac. Treat yourself to a facial, a peel, or microdermabrasion. Relax with a variety of massage techniques, including Swedish and hot stone massage. Joya Spa and Salon. Call today.
Okay, so highlights for this week look pretty solid. Men's hockey versus Yale, men's basketball Iona. Got some pretty nice graphics too, some OTSs, full screens.
Yeah, and I was also thinking for a feature idea, we could do something about head coach Ram Technical and the men's ice hockey squad with the new year and new players.
Yes, that definitely sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Team. Wait a minute. Where's Mike?
What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late.
What are you doing?
What?
Pop star Taylor Swift was spotted on Friday, November 14th at a Starbucks in North Haven, and 2 Quinnipiac students were there to meet her. Swift came to North Haven to give one of her fans a surprise visit, along with a present for the fan's son. Swift later went to a Starbucks where she met with even more fans, including 2 Quinnipiac juniors. We got the chance to talk to the girls who met the singer, and here's how it happened.
We were getting coffee at the Starbucks in North Haven, and I had class at 3:30, and around 3:15 she just walked in to use the bathroom. So
yeah, I just it was like 3:15. I had gotten up to throw out a cup of coffee or something, and I turned around to get my stuff to leave, and someone walked past me, so I turned to look to see who it was, and I just saw someone really tall from behind with blonde hair, and it was really her height that just gave her away. I think she's 5'11", so I don't know who else is that tall. So then I turned to her, and I was just Taylor Swift just walked into the bathroom.
A group of Quinnipiac students helped the community on Saturday, November 15th, by holding a street store event at St. Anne's Parish in Hamden. The street store is a pop-up clothing store that offers less fortunate people a free shopping spree for donated clothing that's in good condition. Quinnipiac senior Katie Toma organized the event and hopes it will inspire more students to step outside the Quinnipiac bubble to help the surrounding community. More than 50 people came to the street store, and all of them were able to receive warmer and newer clothes as winter arrives.
Hamden's Legislative Council has unanimously approved an idea by police to help make residents feel safer. Taylor Popielarz has the story.
Hamden Police are opening a new substation in town with hopes of helping residents feel more secure.
The building is already in place, and really the idea found us.
The new substation will be housed in a building at 943 Dixwell Avenue in Southeast Hamden. Chief of Police Thomas Wydra told Q30 in a phone interview the new substation is replacing an old temporary substation, which was a trailer in a nearby lot that is now being used by a local school. He says substations help residents feel safer.
They absolutely serve as a way to reduce people's fear of crime.
Hamden officials are hoping this new substation will help crime rates decrease in the town. They're also hoping it will help build a new sense of community.
We've had several home invasions. We had a homicide on Circular Avenue, which is in close proximity, and certainly had an uptick like the rest of the region in property crime.
But beyond helping fight a recent spike in crime in the area, Chief Wydra says the new substation will offer a new meeting space for members of the community.
It's a way for us to reach that neighborhood.
Data obtained from the FBI shows the neighborhood welcoming the new substation is the least safe in Hamden. It also states the neighborhood has an income level lower than nearly 75% of the U.S., with more than 12% of children residents living below the poverty line. With all this in mind, Chief Wydra says the substation will help calm a community that is already aware of recent danger.
There's an awareness factor there, and we know for sure that people definitely have their fear level increased.
Hamden resident Alex Ragland was recently robbed at gunpoint less than half a mile away from where the new substation will be.
I had a little scuffle with them, ended up on the floor, and they took my money, and I ran.
He says having the substation nearby will help immensely.
Right here in this area, there's no police, and everybody knows that.
Chief Wydra believes the station, that is set to open by January 1st, will change things.
If our police officers use it in a way that we've used substations in the past, I think it will have an absolutely beneficial effect.
An effect that Alex Ragland says can't come soon enough.
If I didn't give up my money and run, I could have gotten shot.
Taylor Popielarz, Q30 News.
A Hamden man was arrested Thursday, November 13th for allegedly stabbing his father over an issue with the television in their home on Mix Avenue. According to Hamden Police, Jeffrey Milano stabbed his father 3 times. He was transported to Yale New Haven Hospital for treatment of his injuries.
Police say the injuries are not life-threatening. Officers arrested Milano at the scene, and he is facing potential charges of first-degree assault. He is scheduled to appear in court on November 20th. And there has been a lot happening around the world, from the recent actions of ISIS to an attack in Saratoga in Jerusalem.
Q30's own Julia Timpanaro has more on these stories and the top headlines from around the world. We go now to Julia for your world news.
Thanks, guys. 5 people, including 3 dual U.S. and Israeli citizens, were killed on November 18th after an attack in a synagogue in Jerusalem. 2 Palestinians attacked the synagogue with a gun and butcher knives during the morning prayer. Before both were shot and killed by police, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is called the attack a massacre and is vowing for a strong reaction. The act is the deadliest terrorism attack Jerusalem has had since 2008. President Barack Obama will address the nation Thursday, November 20th, regarding his long-awaited immigration policy. The plan, which has not been public, reportedly includes deferring deportation of the parents of legal citizens, which will affect nearly 3.5 million people. Many Republican members of Congress disagree with this plan, leading Obama to initiate an executive order. Following the planned speech, President Obama will head to Las Vegas Area High School of the 21st, where the previously called comprehensive immigration reform during his 2012 campaign election. A football stadium is being used for public executions while the flag of the Islamic State flies over government buildings in Libya. With more than 800 soldiers fighting in the city of Derna, the influence of ISIS is making its way from Syria to Libya. Derna has a population of about 100,000 people and is rapidly being swarmed by the militants as they take advantage of the political chaos in the region. Government officials are working to get the situation and the militant group under control. The UN General Assembly does not have the power to take down the leader of North Korea. This news comes after a vote 111 to 19 on November 18th. A committee came together and decided if North Korea is abusive to its prisoners. Drawn photos showed from skeletal remains of prisoners being eaten by animals and skeletons in shackles. North Korea officials deny the allegations of the abuse. There will be another voting taking place in December. And finally, a Honduras beauty queen, Maria Jose Alvarado, has been found dead. After vanishing a little more than 2 weeks ago, Alvarado's body was found along with her sisters, buried in the field by a river morning of November 19th. 2 men have been arrested, and 1 has been confessed to killing the pageant queen. Alvarado was supposed to be competing in the upcoming World Contest in London. And that's all for World News. I'm Julie Timpanaro. Now back to the desk with Sarah and Matt.
When we return to the Q30 Newscast, everything you'll need to know in the world of entertainment with Dorah Labatte.
And we'll take a look at how long this cold weather is going to last. Jenelle?
Temperatures were at or below Will tonight be a repeat? Find out on your Q30 forecast after the break.
Welcome to A Sheer Sensation, North Haven's premier cosmetology service, located at 140 Washington Avenue, minutes from Hamden. We offer an array of services, from basic cuts and colors to lash extensions and formaldehyde-free keratin treatments. We also provide hair chalk and styling for men. When you spend $60, your Q card will get you 10% off. Call us at 203-239-6477 to make your next appointment at A Sheer Sensation.
We are your source for entertainment news.
And we have a
back to his Hollywood.
This is my mom.
We are your source for entertainment news.
I could really go for a Ray and Mike's sub right now.
Come to Ray and Mike's and try our Philly chicken and cheese for just over $4. Giant cheesesteak subs and mouth-watering boar's head sandwiches for as low as $4.75. Q-Cash accepted just a mile down the road on Whitney, here at Ray and Mike's.
Good evening, Quinnipiac. I'm Jenelle Cadigan here with your full Q30 forecast. So all around the states last night, temperatures were at or below freezing, including Florida and Hawaii. But tonight, it will not be a repeat. The south is seeing some warm-ups, not much, but a little bit. So as we look in the south, Orlando 57, Dallas 64, Los Angeles 68, but in the north it's still very cold, mostly below freezing. New York 30 degrees, Buffalo 21, they're seeing 6 feet of snow. So Buffalo, it's very chilly and it's going to stay that way for a little while. As we look at the regional radar, there's obviously precipitation in Buffalo. They're seeing lots of snow. Thankfully, it's going to pass us to the north, so we will not see any of that snow. As we look around Connecticut, the whole state is in the 30s. It's 33 in Storrs and in Norwich and in Hartford. New Haven's also 33, New London 35, and Waterbury is 32 degrees, so it's very chilly around Connecticut tonight. Tonight's forecast is 27 degrees, partly cloudy, south-southwest, wind south-southwest at 7 miles per hour. And tomorrow's forecast is 42 degrees and sunny. It's going to be a beautiful day. However, it's going to be very windy, winds west-southwest at 16 miles per hour. And for the 7-day forecast, tomorrow we will see a slight warm up to 42 degrees. But again, at night, it's going to dip into the 20s again. We will remain in the 30s Friday and Saturday, but starting Sunday, we will slowly creep back up into the 40s, 61 on Monday, but raining, 57 on Tuesday, and 47 on Wednesday. So as you can see, we will have some bit of relief from this cold weather. Hopefully, it stays with us for the rest of the week and into Thanksgiving. That's all for your Q30 forecast. I'm Jenelle Cadigan. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Jenelle. Some interesting entertainment news has been happening recently.
One established artist is coming to Taylor Swift's defense about the star's new album.
And Justin Bieber is in the news once again. To find out the full story and all the latest in entertainment news, we'll go now to Dorah Labatte.
Thanks, guys. The legendary rocker Neil Young is boycotting Starbucks. Young says he usually has a latte from the chain, but will not be having one anymore. Not even the holiday gingerbread latte or peppermint mocha. He refuses to even enter a Starbucks after the company filed a lawsuit against the state of Vermont for requiring companies to label genetically modified ingredients. Young says if the lawsuit gets enough attention, Starbucks may withdraw from the lawsuit. Until then, Young won't be having any coffee or chai tea. Young isn't the only one making changes in his life. Justin Bieber is changing his life around. The star is on a self-proclaimed religious mission to learn how to spread the word of God. It all started when the star was baptized this past summer in New York City. Now Bieber has X'd out everything in his life that does not involve the good Lord. This means no more friends, alcohol, or weed, but lots of Bible studying. He will be spending 2 weeks with a pastor at Rancho Mirage. Solange Knowles finally ties the knot with Alan Ferguson in 50 Shades of White. The star wore 6 avant-garde outfits in different shades of ivory. She went through wardrobe changes for every event at her marriage festivities in New Orleans. For her grand wedding dress, she wore a cream gown with a floor-sweeping cake by Umberto Leone. Not very traditional, but definitely her type of style. One of the most dapper men in Hollywood finally gets recognized for his work. 45-year-old Matthew McConaughey gets a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His wife and kids were at the event to support him, and they all wore Dolce & Gabbana. If you have a star, why not look the part? But McConaughey isn't the only man being recognized this season. Billy Joel has added another honor to his collection. Although the 65-year-old artist has hinted he's pretty much done with his career, he was still recognized by the American Society of Composers and Publishers with the ASCAP Centennial Award at a gala in New York. 2 days later, Joel collected the Gershwin Prize for a popular song at the DAR Constitution Hall. He is only the 6th recipient to ever receive this award. And that's it for your entertainment update. I'm Dorah Labatte. Now back to the desk.
Still to come on the Q30 Newscast, our own Sean Clasby looks into the importance of high school athletes practicing healthy living off the field.
And we'll go to Morey Hershgordon to find out how the Bobcats fared in this week's games.
We'll be right back.
The Q30 Newscast is presented by Joya Spa Salon. For more information, visit www.joyadayspa.com.
Okay, so highlights for this week look pretty solid. Men's hockey versus Yale, men's basketball Ayah. Got some pretty nice graphics too, some OTSs, full screens.
Yeah, and I was also thinking for a feature idea, we could do something about head coach Ram Technical from the men's ice hockey squad with the new year and new players.
Yes, that definitely sounds good. Yeah.
Team. Wait a minute. Where's Mike?
What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late.
What are you doing?
What? Freshman.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
Wake up, Quinnipiac! It's the morning after! Hey! Come on, guys, it's time for TMA! Let's go! What's the morning after? Mondays at 10, only on Q30!
You might think high school football games are won under Friday night lights.
But as Sean Clasby shows us, the game's outcome is usually decided off the field and before kickoff.
Winning is, it's an all-the-time thing.
Winning high school football games doesn't start here. Or at practice. Instead, it starts by making positive life choices away from the field.
It's important for athletes, first and foremost to be above the influence because, you got to look at your body as a temple.
With 2 state championships under his belt as head football coach at Hill House High School, Tom Dyer knows a thing or two about winning. He says for high school athletes to be successful on the field, drugs and alcohol cannot be a part of their lives.
When you're in training and you're preparing for games, you need to have your body functioning at a high level, and drugs, alcohol, tobacco, those things kind of pollute your body.
The Green Dragons head football coach, Todd Dowdy, has seen firsthand the polluting power of drugs and alcohol.
Absolutely. I was a college athlete. I played football in college, and I can tell you firsthand accounts of college athletes that were good athletes, starting positions on the team. and have that all go away, lose scholarships, get thrown out of school because of alcohol use, because of drug use.
The Hamden High School Athletic Department doesn't want to see their student athletes head down the wrong path.
One of our goals and one of our missions here as a coaching staff, and the whole coaching staff is on board with this, is that we have to influence positive decisions throughout their life.
Winning football games is important, but not as important as giving the kids the tools to be successful in life.
We're teaching kids how to be successful in life, and to be successful in life, you know, drugs, alcohol, tobacco, it can't be a part of it.
Tom Dyer and Coach Dowdy hope their student athletes will carry with them the life lessons they learn on the playing field past their playing days. In Hamden, I'm Sean Glasby, Q30 News.
Well, the winter sports teams are in full swing, and the TD Bank Sports Arena has been bustling.
For the latest Quinnipiac athletics news, we turn to Morey Hershgordon with the sports update. Morey?
Sarah and Matt, this past weekend really heated up with the big 4 winter sports teams all in the midst of their seasons. Let's start with the women's basketball team and Trisha Fabry's squad. They opened their season on Saturday afternoon, defeating the reigning Patriot League champion Army Black Knights 79-64. The Bobcats were led by senior Nicoline Ostergaard's 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. They spun right around to play at home on Tuesday night and took down the reigning MEAC champion Hampton Pirates. At one point in the first half, the Bobcats led 28-5 and cruised to an easy 87-59 victory. The Bobcats head to South Bend, Indiana on Sunday to compete in the Hall of Fame Women's Challenge. They will face Harvard, Holy Cross, and nationally ranked Notre Dame on consecutive days from November 23rd to November 25th. The men's team also kicked off their season at home. Let's get right to the highlight from Friday night's contest. We're going to start going with a little flashback. It was Yale Quinnipiac in last year's first round of the CIT. Justin Sears' fadeaway bank shot off glass gave the Bulldogs the victory, ended the Bobcats season. Yale would go on to the CIT championship game. It's round 2 this year. Quinnipiac wants to get their first win of the season at home in the second game of the CT6 Classic. Justin Harris, Justin Sears, Javier Duran, even President Leahy cheering on the Bobcats. We're going to catch the action in the second half. Usman Drame, Kasim Chandler drives, finds a cutting Justin Harris for 2 of his 12 points. Harris was 5 of 6 on the night. The senior had a great night off the bench. Later, though, in the second half, Evan Conti to his senior part, Zaid Hurst, the senior step back captain, swish, 2 of his 34, career high night for Zaid Hurst to go along with 11 rebounds. On to the first overtime. Javier Duran fouls out James Jones, his team down 3. He's going to dial up a play. This time, though, it's Jack Montague off the ball screen from Kelly. Fadeaway 3, bottom. Montague ties the game for the Bulldogs and will head to double overtime in Hamden. Kelly tries to cut into the Bobcats' lead. The rebound will come off and the ball will find the floor. Justin Harris and a bunch of other Bobcats on the ball. It'll be a jump ball possession. Bobcats, they will go on to win 88-85. 1-0 the Bobcats to start the season. Then on Tuesday night, the Bobcats fell to LaSalle 60-58. The Bobcats were led by double digits for the middle part of the game, but LaSalle finished the night on a 30-18 run. Quinnipiac shot a meager 28.6% from the field. They will travel to Albany on Saturday to face off with the defending America East champion Great Danes. On the other side, the men's ice hockey team completed their 3rd consecutive weekend sweep with victories at defending national champion Union on Friday 4-3 and at Rensselaer on Saturday 3-1. Travis St. Denis scored the game-winning goal on Friday night with 52 seconds left in regulation and then recorded his first career hat-trick on Saturday, earning him the ECAC Player of the Week. The now 14th ranked Bobcats travel to Clarkson and St. Lawrence this upcoming weekend. The women's ice hockey team is now ranked 4th in the country, their highest ranking in program history, following weekend blowout wins 6-1 and 5-0 against Rensselaer and Union. Erica Uden-Johansson was tabbed the ECAC Player of the Week for her back-to-back 3-point performances. Clarkson and St. Lawrence visit Hamden this weekend. Guys, that's it for me, but for more information about Quinnipiac sports, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Q30 Sports. And don't forget to check out our website at www.q30television.com. For sports, I'm Morey Hershgordon. Back to you.
Thanks, Morey. Residents of Buffalo, New York are literally snowed in as a swell of lake effect snow continues to dump feet of the white stuff on the upstate New York City.
Some towns saw more than 5 feet of snow fall in under 24 hours between November 18th and 19th. What's crazy is up to 3 more feet is expected to fall in the area as the week pushes forward.
On top of trying to dig out, some residents are pitching in to help clear hundreds of tons of snow out of the Buffalo Bills football stadium.
The team announced after the initial snowfall that 500 fans will receive free tickets if they come shovel the stadium before the next game.
And that will do it for this week's edition of the Q30 Newscast.
And here at Q30 Newscast, we'd like to recognize our own Sarah. This is her last show anchoring this year. Thank you so much for everything you do, Sarah.
Thanks so much, Matt.
And stay connected with our news team throughout the rest of the week by visiting our Facebook page and following us on Twitter at Q30 News.
Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving and have a good night.